I not buy an air fryer if I really want one? That's a question someone posed after my last video, in which I encouraged you to push back against capitalism's incessant efforts to turn us all into consumers, finding creative ways to meet your needs without always spending money. When I do think I want something I don't already have, my first step is often to search in Google for DIY versions of it. In this case, a quick search returned articles suggesting techniques you can use in a conventional or toaster oven that you may already have, to achieve an effect similar to an air fryer instead. If an air fryer is something you'd only use sporadically, maybe a neighbor, especially if you live in an apartment building, would be willing to lend you one from time to time. If you want to try and get one of your own for free, start by posting a request in your local Buy Nothing or Free Cycle groups online. You could even post on your personal Facebook page, letting your friends know that you'd be happy to take one off their hands if they're no longer using it. If you decide to buy one, research high-quality brands, and then look for used ones selling on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, or in thrift stores. And yes, I know this takes more time than buying something new, so you need to determine what it makes sense for you to prioritize at this point in your life. I'd also like to mention that you don't need fancy kitchen gadgets to prepare tasty meals. I call my boyfriend the master of umami. That's because he's able to create delicious food using just a few simple ingredients and cooking techniques. Something along the lines of what's outlined in the book and Netflix series, Salt, Acid, Fat, Heat. A great way to save money and be more sustainable is to learn a few easy cooking skills. So let us know, how do you avoid always being played by capitalism and find ways to meet your needs without clicking that buy now button? Have you fallen for the myth that you can only meet your needs by spending money? Capitalism sure hopes you have, because it relies on you believing that and continually buying what it's selling. It's not my intention to diminish people's needs, imply that money grows on trees or isn't important, or ignore the need for systemic change. If you want to push back on capitalism's incessant efforts to turn you into a consumer, a powerful way to do that is to harness the wealth that surrounds you. Get more from what you've already got. I don't park my car in my garage, so there's a lot of unused space in here. When a friend started a mobile fruit vending business and needed a place to store his supplies, I told him he could use this garage. Now in exchange, I receive free fruit, fresh eggs, and a monthly Thai massage. Try perceiving everyday things differently. When I needed a new shower curtain rod, I didn't want to buy another new plastic or metal item, and I wasn't finding them at thrift stores. Then one day, I looked out at this clump of slender bamboo in my yard, and I knew I had found my source of free, renewable, and beautiful shower curtain rods. Think outside our limited societal mindset. This brings me to the waste stream, which, by the way, there is no such thing as waste. There are only misdirected resources and very poorly designed systems. One year, I earned several $1,000s selling items that I had rescued from groceries, thrift store, and university dumpsters. So shake off your limited ways of thinking and open yourself to new ways of perceiving things. Start tapping your creativity, unleashing your unlimited human potential, and keeping more money in your pocket and out of the capitalist juggernaut. What wealth are you overlooking that's already in your midst? My dumpster mocktail is a great example of frugal hedonism, which is the idea that we can make our lives more magnificent by creatively consuming and spending less. This can is one of a 4-pack of ginger beer mixers I rescued out of a college dorm dumpster when the students moved out last month. I'm combining it with some chilled raspberry zinger tea I made from an unopened box I retrieved from that same dumpster. Plus, when I brewed the tea, I added fresh lemongrass and yerba santa from my garden. Then I stirred in a spoonful of the honey my beekeeping boyfriend collected from his hives to make a truly decadent and refreshing drink. Frugal hedonism makes my life richer in so many ways. It strengthens my creativity and resourcefulness, reduces my support of greedy corporations and billionaires, helps me build community, it's better for people and planet, and yes, it saves me money, all while dramatically improving my quality of life. Just like with my dumpster mocktail, my boyfriend and I regularly practice the art of frugal hedonism by supplementing the still good food we rescue from grocery store dumpsters with food we've grown, foraged, bartered for, or been gifted. For us, truly fresh, tasty, and often decadent meals are the norm, and we love to share them with others. Our dumpster gourmet meals have dazzled and delighted professional chefs and countless friends. So, in this era of late-stage capitalism and climate change, when we're fed up with greed and excess, here's to more frugal hedonism. It's good for the planet, your wallet, your creativity, and your soul. Sometimes it doesn't hurt to just ask for what you really want. I love lychees, and last year I foraged these beauties from outside an empty home that was for sale. I was devastated to discover that the new owners had ripped out the lychee tree to put in a swimming pool. I decided to turn this into an opportunity to grow my social capital, getting some exercise while I rode around looking for other lychee trees. Of the 4 houses I left a note at, 3 said, "Sure, come on over and pick some. We don't eat 'em." So that's just what Albert and I did. So now we have lots of lychees and new friends. What might you be able to get if you weren't afraid to ask for it?